Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's Anthony here, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to use the Multicam feature in Final Cut Pro X. Multicam is a feature that allows you to take multiple camera angles, sync up the audio and the angles all together so that you can easily edit in your timeline. So if we look right here, I'm just going to play this video and I'm going to mute it so that the audio doesn't affect it. But as you will see, there are multiple different camera angles in this interview and everything is in sync. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this. Now, this was my interview that I did with Amanda. I actually interviewed her. So we're going to go ahead and sync those clips up now. So I'm going to scroll, I'm going to close some of these windows here, get these out of the way. And in this window right here on the left, we're going to scroll down to where our clips are. Okay guys, so what I've done is I've selected the 3 different angles. Here's the first angle right here, second angle here, and the third angle is here. They were kind of a little bit out of order, but that's okay. As long as you have them selected, that's all that matters. Now what you want to do is you want to go up to the Multicam tool. This is very easy to do. All you do is go up to File. From File, you go down to New, and then from there you go to Multicam right here. Select it, and here you want to name the Multicam clip. I'm going to name it Amanda's interview, and then we're going to hit OK. So what that'll do is create the Multicam clip. As you see, it says synchronizing angles. It'll also synchronize audio, and then from there we'll be able to get into the editing process. Okay guys, so the synchronization process for the clips has completed, and now we have the Multicam clip right here, Amanda's interview. It's indicated as a Multicam clip by these 4 little boxes here in the left hand corner. And now what I'm going to do is create a new project to drag this Multicam clip into. So to do that, I'm going to hit Command N on the keyboard, and that will open up the new project panel here. And I'm just going to type in Amanda's interview. And now if we scroll back up to the top here, that has created a new project within Final Cut Pro. I'm going to double click on it just to make sure we're in it. And I'm going to go back down to the bottom here where we see the Amanda's interview Multicam clip. And I'm just going to drag that into the timeline like I would with any other clip. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to make it a little bit smaller here in the timeline so that I can see all of it in one space. Now I'm going to suggest you close out this left hand panel here, and the way you do that is you go up to these 4 boxes right here, and that'll close that out. And now what you want to do is you want to go down to View, and inside of View you want to go to Angles right here. Now what that's going to do is it's going to bring up the 3 different angles we have for this video. And what you're going to be able to do now is go through and select the angles you want for which part of the video by clicking on them. So before you do that, I suggest you color correct each clip. And if you don't color correct each clip, you'll have to do that later, and it'll be extremely difficult after you've already cut everything up. So I just suggest you do that ahead of time. What I do to do that is I make cuts in the beginning. So what I do whenever I do a Multicam clip, I announce each camera that I'm starting up. So I'll start up the Panasonic and I'll say, okay, I'm recording on the Panasonic. And then I'll start up the Sony. Okay, I'm recording on the Sony. And I'll say that out loud after I record so that I know what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do is, since I have that dead space in the beginning where I did that, is I'm going to just select the different cuts here. So this clip right here is from the Canon, and it's a warmer looking clip. So I'm going to try to match the other clips to that. So let's start with the Panasonic here. So I've selected the clip in the timeline, and now I'm going to select the Panasonic, and as you see, it's going to switch that angle to the Panasonic. And now what I can do is select it and go up to the top here where the levels are and color correct this clip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and I'm going to raise the exposure, the white exposure value, and I'm also going to add a little bit of saturation, and then change the warmth to add a little bit more warmth to match the Canon. So as you can see, this looks a little bit closer to this now, what the Canon looks like. And now I'm going to do the same thing with the Sony. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this play a little bit, or I'm going to skip ahead a little bit, select the Sony, and make the same exact edit. So since we're on color, I'm just going to do the warmth first, a little bit of saturation, and a little bit of the white exposure value. And now, as you can see, all the clips match better now. That one's a little bit out of focus there, but it's okay because we're not using these parts of the clips. Now, another thing that you want to keep in mind too is, say you had a shotgun microphone, or whatever form of audio connected to a single camera, and you want to use the audio from that single camera, then you need to switch where the audio is coming from. So as you can see right now, the audio is coming from the Canon, which is indicated by this green marking here, and the Canon did not have the microphone. The Panasonic had the microphone attached to it. So what you have to do is, I've successfully switched the audio to the Panasonic, and the way that I did that was I went up to this marking here that shows the enable video and audio switching, and what that'll do is it'll switch the video and audio of the current frame. So if I skip ahead here and select the Canon again, then it'll take the video and audio now to the Canon. Now, to stop this from switching to another clip, you just select the film right here, and now say if I select the Panasonic, it'll leave the audio on the Canon and just switch the video to the Panasonic. So then we'll be hearing audio from the Canon and seeing video from the Panasonic. Sorry, that was kind of confusing. So yeah, guys, that is a basic rundown of how to do multicam. If you learned something new in today's video, definitely hit the subscribe button and notification bell so that you're updated when I create new videos. And also, please hit the thumbs up button because that will help this video rank higher in the algorithm. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.